Okay, Virgo, I'm back again. I'm ready for you. I gave you a reading just the other day. It was wild, it was rocky, it was fun. I had a beautiful reason to release and vent, let out my frustrations and share them with you because your energy was very similar and I related. I felt you and I felt the release in our moment together. So I'm back again in this period of space-time to connect with the divine and share more with you. Hit the like and subscribe. As I shuffle, I am using the multi-dimensional deck that consists of chakras, tarots, elements, energies, houses, major arcanas. I mean, you name it, it's in this deck. So let's see what wants to come out. We're going to get a story. What do we need to know? Oh, it's looking lively. Okay, we're going to pause. Let me manage what's come out so far. First two cards coming out, 999, completion, followed by the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I just stalled in that moment. I was like, the card took me away. Let me tell you what I just witnessed, why I paused like that. First card out is 999 and it's a plethora of colours, and as I say 999, I feel like it's an emergency. Immediately I got that emergency energy coming in. If you live in the United Kingdom, today is a Sunday. I'm recording this, although this isn't out till midweek. Don't worry, time is but a mere illusion, but we've had an emergency alert, so I feel like this emergency energy is just creeping into the reading. It's like this is an emergency awakening, an emergency alert for you guys today to let you know, wow, have you just paved the way in a brand new direction? Once upon a time, you dreamed of this. You didn't know how you were going to manifest it. You didn't know how you was going to bring it into being, but you definitely dreamed about this. This could be anything for you. I'm not even going to say what it could be. I'm going to generalize as much as I can for the collective today. Something out there you dreamed of, you've been manifesting it for ages. And right now, this is an emergency alert to let you know it's here. You've done it. You've achieved this thing. You've stepped over these hurdles and you have reached this new milestone in your life and career. Well done. Well done, Virgo. It feels really, really like empowering, and I feel a little bit emotional as well, like I want to cry. And I feel like there's been about 2 readings I've done over the last few days where I just get a little bit welled up in my chest because the collective is really ascending and really going through like breakaway moments, and I feel it and I resonate, and it's just so beautiful, and I feel really, really empowered at this time, you know. So it's nice to share that with you. First card coming out is the heart chakra. Yeah, my heart feels so full at this time. Really, really full, really, really alive. I feel really, really empowered. I feel really, really positive. And that's me sitting in your vibration, Virgo. So I hope you're receiving this. And I hope if you're not feeling this energy right now and you are going through a hard time, because this is a general read. And normally we don't come to readings to be like, hey, your life's awesome. We normally come over here to be like, someone help me. I feel like shit. So if you are in the latter and you're feeling shitty, just sit with me a minute, and I'm visualizing your heart chakra and I'm rubbing it with my hand and I'm just going round and round and I'm just trying to soothe that whole area for you, okay? And bring it up through the throat chakra, okay? In that same time, I'm visualizing the solar plexus because the solar plexus is out next. Next out above that as well is the wish fulfillment card. Underneath that, we've got conflict and defeat. So I understand you've been through something incredibly difficult in your life. I understand to be looking at the heart chakra next to the solar plexus chakra, which is alignment, it shows me you've had to work on your confidence. Confidence is a really difficult thing to master. I wouldn't even dare say you can master confidence. I wouldn't even dare say you can master any of your chakras. So if I've said that in the past, I mean like in the now moment for that millisecond, because in every given moment your chakra is getting muddy and mucky again. And you've got to go through and learn how to realign and choose to ascend again. But that's in line with the 999 card. You've mastered something, yeah? Whatever it was, there could have been an emergency incident at work or in your career, or there's something that was quite serious. You had to move quite quickly, yeah? We're perfectionists, us Virgos. And actually, this is drawing me to the tweet I just put on Twitter last week. And I said on Friday, because Friday was my day off and I was taking it easy. Well, attempting to take it easy. And in my attempts to take it easy, I just sat there and I thought, why is it so hard to be fulfilled when I'm inactive. Like, I need periods of rest and I need periods of time to be inactive. I can't be on go all the time. But when I do choose to not be on go, I don't feel fulfilled as much as I do when I'm on go. But when I'm on go, I'm on fucking speed force time. I don't stop going. I'm there, I'm everywhere, I'm up, I'm down, I'm screaming, I'm singing, I'm connecting with every single industry. I'm not focusing on one lane. I'm doing this, then I'm doing this, and my whole day is broken down into sections of really contradictory ideologies and corporations and constructs and research and data from across so many different fields. And it's important for me to slow down and switch off, but weirdly enough, the fulfillment is in the go. I'd rather just keep going. When I stop and I choose to chill and it's like, hey, you've got nothing to do today, you've mastered space-time, you've achieved all your goals, just take it easy. I'm like, take it easy? What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that look like? Chill out and relax, stay in bed, do nothing? What the fuck? I don't understand that concept. I don't know how to do that. I'm confused by that demand. Computer says no. Computer says no. Let me get up and do some more research then. Let me make some more content then and get ahead of that. Let me do some coding. I was going to say let me go for a walk, but that would be a fucking lie. That would be a fucking lie. So, whatever it is for you, I feel like you're learning to master elements of light and dark in regards to talking about your confidence, talking about what's in your heart, talking about what your true desires are, talking about what conflicts you, talking about what you're wishing for and what you're manifesting and what you're bringing into the now moment, which looks so beautiful. In the past, you went for a really intensive transformation. The past card is Death, Major Arcana, and the future card is Fall, Major Arcana. In this deck, it's called New Beginning, though. And you're standing on Earth. You're stepping out onto Earth in this image, which is really, really profound. Makes me want to cry again. Really emotional. Like, I just keep getting these waves of emotional overflow. And it doesn't make me actually want to cry. Like, I'm not going to cry, but I feel my heart chakra welling up to all the way to my throat chakra. Then it hits my eye sockets, my eye chakras, not the third eye. It doesn't even make it up to the third eye. It just hits the eye chakras and bounces back down to the throat and to the heart again. And it just keeps happening over and over again. So you could be experiencing those symptoms as well from the solar plexus, which is just above the belly button, from your heart, through your throat, all the way up to the eye area. You could be kind of causal looping in this emotional experience at this time. Experiencing fulfillment in the now moment and not knowing how to just kind of integrate it into the whole and accept that this is your reality and you've manifested this and you've managed to achieve this level of self-mastery in your life. Yeah? Because I see you've been waiting a really, really long time for a firm foundation and you've been questioning whether or not you're powerful enough to do this. But you are in an incredibly independent, powerful position and you're stepping into a brand new beginning now. It looks glorious. There we go, that causal loop of overwhelm again, just rising up in me. I really feel like I just want to well up and cry and cry and cry. I can't, I don't have it in me. So I'm either connecting with one of you guys out there or I'm just a master of my emotions now, and that's also a lie. Because I cry frequently for many different reasons. So once again, I'm going to stick with the fact that it's one of you guys' energies out there. Let me dig a little more, see what else wants to come out. But goodness me, I just got called to come straight to Virgo because I just love you guys' energy. And it just feels amazing to be here with you guys today. It feels amazing to know that you're working so hard on yourself and that your future looks really, really bright. It looks really, really positive. And that whatever you've come from, and no matter how much you have an odd day or a shit moment or you've got concerns and fears or worries, you have mastered something major in your life. You've spoken on it. You've stepped into the new speed force, life force, elemental flow, whatever you want to call it. But I'm looking at real self-mastery. I'm looking at a businessman or woman. I'm looking at true love in the heart. Like, it just screams advocation, you know? Like, like I'm getting an advocate, like sometimes in life, being an advocate, right, being a rebel, it doesn't really require us to tie ourselves to lampposts and scream and wave Extinction Rebellion flags around town, which is happening in the now moment, and I think it's fucking cool. Let's go, guys. I stand for the rebellion as well, but there are other ways to go about that. And sometimes, and this is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to learn, also as a Virgo, which is relevant to share, but it's not always about screaming from the rooftops and tying yourself to lampposts and waving the flag high for a certain community or group, or taking on the rest of the world in mission. Sometimes it's just about actively living in that truth. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to learn, to be honest, because for someone who's grown up quite solitary and silent and prefers mutism at times, just transmute the energy immediately when I see it. Fucking hell. Like sometimes it's just a bit intense and you're just like, fucking hell, let's just transmute. Let's start the program in transmute, just to ease the burden of it all. And with that in mind, it's kind of like a release. It's like you don't need to overcompensate and overtalk and overgive and over-advertise and over-advocate and scream and shout and get things engraved everywhere. Just be that example that you want to be. One of the first quotes I ever put on my vision wall back in 2016, and I wrote it all over my like work notepads when I was out at conferences and seminars and business events. It was, be the change you want to see in the world. And I was that nerd in the room as well, and there's like hundreds of people at these like wealth mastery events and stuff. And then I'm getting the mic and they're like, what do you want to say? And I'm there with my massive blonde hippie curly afro just going, I think that we all need to be the change that we want to be in this world. We must be. We must do this for the children. Like, so the fact that I'm reliving that with you is that's where you're taking me. I don't want to get too personal because I don't want to pull this energy away from you. I don't want to rob the Virgo of their reading because I'm a Virgo too. I want you to have the clout and the credit and the awareness and awakening in this now moment that this is your energy. Yeah? Whatever you've been screaming and advocating for and standing by and believing in and doing every day, it's paying off now. And it's pretty obvious to you. Look around, look at your life, look at your career, look at who's in your social circle, look at what you've achieved for yourself. Look how you feel. Look at yourself in the mirror today when you get a spare minute and you catch yourself walking by one, and just blow yourself a kiss or something. Tell yourself you love you. Pat yourself on the back in that moment. Remind yourself at how amazing you are for achieving what you have. Once again, against incredible odds. I always talk about haters, and I went through the last week really blasting the haters across this platform, I tell you that much. But it's a situation of no one really knows what we go through internally. No one knows the dark thoughts that we have, the negative vibrations that surround us, the insecurities, the fears, the desire, the purpose, the dreams, the hopes, all the stuff that we want. No one knows it but us. And then once we achieve it and we make it to the milestone, it's probably taken us such a long time to get there that we're already on to the next. That's me anyway. I achieve goals, I set my manifestations in place, and once I achieve it, I'm like, fucking hell, you're 6 months and 12 minutes fucking late. Next. Now on to the next one. I just tick it off and I go. Which is such not a purposeful way to live. I mean, the level of the ways in which I manifest, and I'm always on the clock, and I'm like, I feel like I'm Justin Timberlake in time, in the scene that I've got on my Instagram where he's running to meet his mother before the time runs out. She's only got a little bit more time on the clock. She can't afford to use her time to get on the bus or she'll be out of time, which means she would die. So she's running down the street trying to reach her son before the time runs out. And he's running after her and he doesn't make it. She dies. And then after that, the rest of the movie, he makes it to the fucking corporate lane, top of the castle, loads of money given to him karmically, let's say that, and fated, destined, all this money given to him. And in that same moment, they're like, you don't belong here. And they were like, he's like, how do you know? Like, he's all got all the clothes on, all the get up on, looking like everyone else. But he's moving too fast. He's moving too fast. And I relate to that ideology. I don't know why I'm sharing that with you as well, but it's true. I guess it's a awakening for all of us to say, and this is a bit of an emergency alert going, you can slow down now, Virgos. You're going to be all right. And I take that quite seriously, that statement as well, and I'm going to try and integrate it into my reality in the now moment, because I've spoken to you about the inaction and the fulfillment in the movement, so I should also speak to you about slowing down. I move wild, rapidly, I do things quickly, I do it in bulk, and I don't stop going, go, and I guess it's getting to a point in our lives and in our careers and whatever part of the cycle we're in order for us not to go back into paradoxical symptoms and causal loop again, repeating the same cycles again and again at an excessive rate in which we don't need to, because if we release and let go, there will be more flow, we will be more aligned to our yin and yang, and we will be able to perceive the actor network better. I'm going to talk about the actor network. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to talk about the ecological system if you don't know what that is. So if there's any terms in this transmission that you don't know about, hit me in the comments and say, what's this word, what's that word, and I'll bring out a little dictionary, a little piece about these terminologies that we now use in the spiritual realm, okay? Because we're leveling up over here, and I can't go backwards and start using terms that are so ancient nowadays, scripture on walls, so let me tap in and see if there's anything else that wants to come out from my gorgeous Virgo collective who are just shining so bright. Main message so far is just slow it down. You don't need to do as much, just take time to think a little bit more, okay? Have a little more time to think about what is right and wrong for you, what you love doing, and who the main characters in your life are. And in the journey, don't mourn over what you've lost, because it will make you feel stuck again, And don't worry about fake people, haters, disingenuine characters. Just know that you've already dug deep and you've already made it to the bottom of the well, And you've come out the other side, and now you found the treasure at the bottom of the well. It was actually a compass and a key. You've rised back up out of that well. Your inner child is now restored, and you've got a compass to go in any direction you want to, and a key that can open up any ethereal door that you wish to go through. So you are the messenger. You are the beacon of light in the room, in the space, in the now moment. And that snake, we've been getting the snake energy a lot, but that snake is gone now. So whatever snake was in your proximity, in your environment, surrounding you, like for me, the snake is the inner critic. It's the pain body that can't die. Like for me, and when I'm looking at this snake, I'm looking at a worm really, because you can chop a snake in half and it will die from my understanding. But you can cut a worm in half and it will wiggle back to the other half of its body, and it will be reborn again. Like it will just stick back together. I remember in the garden at my cousin's house for years and years and years after school, in primary school, we used to just play in the garden. We used to collect worms, and we used deliberately, this sounds a bit fucked in the head to be fair, promise I'm not a sociopath. It was me and my other cousin that used to do this as well. It was fun. Well, we didn't actually wound worms, but any worms that were broken, I've never actually sliced a worm in half. Now I think about it, that would be gross, but I was comfortable enough with worms that were separated. One time there was a worm half separated, and I just remember taking the pieces up, putting it back together, and then watching the journey over the week of the head and the tail of the worm coming back together as one. And for me, and this is a lovely symbolic message of life and organisms and how everything comes full circle, and how animals that seem to be highly insignificant can be really, really resilient. But in relation to the darker context of the conversation is in regard to our inner critic, Sometimes our inner critic, no matter if we rip it down, pull it apart, do mindfulness, meditation, yoga, it always comes back. It always comes back, that negative thought, that negative feeling, that negative voice. And now that's gone. That negative voice is gone, right? And I feel like that negative voice is gone because you've let go of the need to fight against it. Or you've had the final battle to the point where you've said everything you could possibly say. And you've let the cat out of the bag. You've let the air out of the balloon. You've surrendered to the truest, darkest, intensive thoughts and feelings that you do have, and you've just let it go. You said it to your mum, you've said it to your dad, you've said it to your brother, you've said it to your sister, you've said it to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend, to your lover, to whoever it is. You've outed that inner critic. And once you out the inner critic, you out the devil, you out the demon, you are out the darkness, it can't exist in the light. And if it's already outed in the light, it can't struggle back to the dark. So it ceased to exist anymore. So you're free. You're free to live any life that you want, to move in any direction that you want to. And you're truly blessed now, Virgo. This is potentially the most uplifting, positive reading I've done for any sign. So any of you relating to this, wow, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so grateful that I get to connect with you at this stage on your journey, because this is a really big deal. You've done something incredibly difficult, and the self-mastery cycle that you've been through is profound. And you should be really, really proud of yourself. And just take a minute to really acknowledge how far you've come in your life and how badly you wanted all of this. And now you have it. Now you are so abundant, so rich. You know what true riches are. You know what true wealth is. You know what true abundance is. You know what true love is. You know what true happiness is. You know the true you inside and out. You have nothing to hide, nothing to lie about, no need for false faces or pretense or pretending or exaggeration or hiding away, less or more. Either way, it doesn't even matter. In any given moment, you are you, and that is beautiful, Virgo. Thank you for blessing me with your energy today and inspiring me on the Virgo journey, because I needed this reading, and I needed to awaken to a lot of stuff that I went through over the last week, because I really did purge. So if you also purged during the solar eclipse, then this is the breakthrough of that, because I went for a real throat chakra purging, and I was really just getting all of my trauma out on the table and making sure it was just there. It was just there so I could see it, and it just wouldn't be a thing anymore. And this reading is just confirmation for me that I had done that, you know, and I hope that you've also seen that you've done that as well. And thank you so much for blessing me with your beautiful energy today. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Do check out any other content on the channel, and please do pop over to Hermatology Me, because I've got some gorgeous content coming out over there about a Kama Sutra story, when we look at some Kama Sutra positions and the importance of energy and positioning in sex and orgasm, and how important it is to balance those vibrations out in healthy, loving ways. And also the body parts series is actually released over there as well already, and we'll be adding the vagina to that, not next week, the week after, followed by the derriere. So please do go and check all of that stuff out, and I love you to pieces, guys. Love, light and prosper, my friends.